Hi guys, Squirrel here, and I'm back to defy the laws of physics again with another episode of Let's Play Bridge Project. We've got a boat to get through this bridge. Let's crack on. 3 buses, a boat, then 4 buses and 5 cars. We're using steel, roadway, piston and iron. Weird set of anchor points going on here, look at this. Weird set of anchor points. Now, given that we're going to have to build a drawbridge, we're going to need those cross things. Probably break the bridge here. Just thinking about where it's going to pivot. Starting in the centre there, if it'll let me. There we go. That could be the draw point. And that there. And then we just want that bit and that bit. So the hinge is going to be here, and this is going to be there we go. Open joints. I was trying to remember how to do that. I was using select mode. So the problem is this. I see the problem now. We can't hinge off this. It's clever, this map. It's deceptive. If we had another pillar there, it'd be easy, because we could just hinge this piece off that, but we can't. We have to hinge back, hinge here, but there's nothing to take the weight. So we have to pull, we have to lift this up. It has to take the whole weight. This is going to be interesting and difficult. We're almost certainly going to need steel for this bit here. That's going to have to take the weight of that bit. No, we don't want that. We don't want that. Same on this side. So the idea being that that is now supported by this. But when this starts to lift up, which we'll have to do in a second, there's going to be so much weight taken up, pulling across here. It's going to have to be anchored across here. Alright, so the pistons are roughly going to be here somewhere. I think we should be okay to use iron at this point. While we're going along the top, we shall have crossbars like that. And like that. Is that symmetric? No, that's not symmetric. Hello? Why is that not why is that? That's better. It was only building it to there and not there. So the pistons are going to sit here like this. So they're going to lift those pieces up. Of course, we're going to need some support. Do we use iron? Do we use iron? I'm going to say yes. You see the problem now, all the weight of this is pushing down on those hinges, which are only being pulled up by that. However, there is one last thing we can do, and that is to put that in. That'll give it a bit more rigidity. Now to support the whole thing. Let's start off with just a simple anchor and see what happens. I don't know if it's going to be strong enough. If it's not, we're going to have to build further back and anchor it there as well if this thing collapses inwards. But this is a test. There you go, look at the strain on that. There comes the boat. Okay, the bridge is operating. So far, so good. Will it fit? Yep. So much stress here. But it's holding up. That's the main thing. It's holding up. It's doing quite well. We've not even used these anchor points. It's a lovely sunny day, isn't it? 4 buses. I can't see this being a problem. If it can lift itself up, I can't see 4 buses being a problem. A little bit of movement. But yeah, I think we're done. Hopefully under budget. Cool. That's quite successful. Nice set of triangles. Aesthetically pleasing bridge. Functional. And almost half price. Not bad, not bad. Where should we go next? Go for a canyon or a city? Let's go for a city. Okay. Iron cables and steel. 4 tanks, 2 trains. This is a city! You don't bring tanks into the city. What the hell? Steel, cables. Right, okay. We're not using cables very much, I must admit. When I start seeing things like tanks, I stop using cables. I've just noticed how wide this bridge is. Holy cow and mungo. What? Look how wide it is. Holy. You know, that can only mean to me that we're going to get multiple tanks coming over at the same time. Well, the good news is we can build all the way to the centre. On that side. Well, that bit's easy enough. That's just a blob of steel. But then again, we could also go up. Like that. And we could use cable here. I've never had any success with cable and tanks. But I'm willing to give it another try. Let's just use steel, sod it. Cable, cable. Does that even hold? Oh, what is that? Seriously? Why does that not work? I don't get it. I don't get why that... What is it about cable? I mean, obviously that's never going to work, but this is my bugbear when I try to use cable. I don't think that needs to be steel, I'll be honest with you. Let's see what happens. I'm willing to find out, willing to try it out. In the interest of making it cheap. Yeah, you see? That's a bit of a school bus disaster right there. Well, this is what happens when I use cable. Which basically tells me that I need to use more cable to make it stronger. I need lots and lots of cable. In which case, why am I even using cable in the first place? Right, first things first is I'm going to change that for iron because I really don't think it needs to be steel. I think that needs to be steel because of the weight it's supporting. Let's get rid of that one. And then we're going to go across here. I'm thinking crazy. I probably shouldn't. But I'm thinking about getting really crazy on this one. You know, I'm thinking, look at all this space up here. Let's go nuts. I'm thinking about having like lots of really long cable up here. It's probably a bad idea. What we want is a cable coming up there, but we can't build it to here because there'll be nothing to pull down on. So we'd have to go like that in a triangle, like go higher. Kind of up here somewhere, like this. Now we're talking madness. I'm not talking baggy trousers madness. I'm talking crazy madness. I'm talking you wouldn't put your kids on a school bus that went over this bridge kind of madness. This isn't very strong in a number of directions right now, but particularly in that direction. I don't even think it's going to stay up. It needs more rigidity. It's too weak in that direction. To make it strong, we'd have to go all the way across, but we can't go all the way across. Well, we can. It's a lie. We can. You see, I'm doing this just so that I can make it out of cable. Oh, it's not letting me. It won't let me build that. Have I run out of iron? I'm not sure why I can't build that. 60 meters of iron. Is it just because of where it is? This is madness. I could just make this out of iron and just be done with it. It's still not straight. Look at it. It's still a mess. It's such a mess. Look at this really complicated bridge. And all the buses still end up at the bottom of the bloody speedway down there. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm kind of flummoxed as to why I can't do this. It's been a bit weird. I think it's because there's a cable there. Yeah, fair enough. Do you know what? I'm just going to restart that and just do it. Oops. Do it the traditional way, as it were. So there's a problem with cables. By the time you put all the stuff in place to get it strong, you may as well just put iron girders there. Because you end up building all this iron just to keep these cables. And they just don't tense up properly. With cables, you need lots of them. So you kind of need... Well, that's strong. You've only got... Hey, wait a minute. Am I just being stupid? Am I just being really stupid here? Do I not just need... Oops. Again, we don't want cross pieces here. You know, this kind of thing. And a cable which won't work, so we're not going to use it. Screw the cable. You know. What's wrong with that? Seems pretty elegant to me. It's deceptively elegant. We could build across there to strengthen it. We could even build possibly there to strengthen it. Let's find out where the weak spots are. But yeah, no cables used, and it's very simple. Not even use these parts here back, you know, at the moment. Let's see what the train thinks of it. It's creaking. It's creaking. It's creaking. It snapped. It didn't like that. Okay. It did not like that. Well, that's okay. Because we can do more. I don't have a problem with adding more to it. Let's get the crossbars in now. You know, we can even do steel to here and to here. That's pretty strong, I think. We could even go that way. You know, there's a number of things. I like the shape of this aesthetically, the little V's going on. But whether it's going to be strong enough, I don't know. At the moment, I'm not seeing a need for this stuff. I suppose you could take that away and put cables there. I suppose. Might make it a little cheaper. So there's steel underneath now. Oh! Oh! Holy cow! Didn't expect that. I actually thought that was strong. Why did that fail? We've got super strength going on here. We've got cross pieces. And yet it wasn't having it, was it? So what we're going to need now is even more support on this. We're going to take more weight here. Which is interesting. I didn't expect that. Now, we could go for cable. Good old-fashioned cable. Is that even going to work? No. Oh, cable sucks. And like that. And over here, like that, and like that. Now it's not pretty. Now it's not pretty. Yeah, we could join that up as well, I suppose, but I'm going to not do that initially. Staying all minimalist. It's hard to see how I can strengthen that road up anymore if that train breaks it again. Underneath, it's as strong as it can be, really. I mean, these are made of steel. It's even got cross pieces going all over the place, but where does it break exactly? Here? It's creaking a little bit. Oh, it worked. It worked. Some 12-ton buses. The train's got over. Just the tanks remaining. Don't like the design of it anymore, style-wise. Preferred it without this lot. But can the tanks make it? That's the question. On board with the tank. Didn't. Yeah, not a problem. That works, but it just looks shit ugly. Congratulations, level complete. Yeah. Yeah. Don't like it myself. 3.3 million out of a budget of 8.9. That's amazingly cheap, actually. 9 million budget, that's less than half price. Again, cables. What are they for? Time to do Canyon Map 7. Let's bring them all up to 8. We've got a train. Cars, buses. Iron, cable, steel, roadway. The usual story. We've got a... Look at this down here. We've got a lower support there and 2 upper supports back here. Wow, that's going to be some long pieces of steel right there. I'm going to put... What was it again? Train. Okay, so the train I'm going to leave the crossbars in then. Probably going to build that so that can be on a V. We're probably going to have to build a structure under here just to hold this road up. This ain't going to be easy, actually. I mean, that's too long. That's the first problem. Okay, what about these sections here? Then we need some iron. So I think a steel piece can go that far. Yep. So if we build a under road structure, let's try and keep these at 45 degrees. Do we want crossbars there? I'll say not. So I'm thinking like this, and then, you know, the obvious triangles. So we're building a structure underneath the road and then switch to steel to support that. Will that go to there? Yep. So that's a bit more strength. And obviously that's not going to work because we've not used these yet. but it should hold up. Let's just give it a quick test. See if it snaps over here somewhere, and then in which case we're going to need a bit more support down this end. Can't see the bus being a problem. I think the train's the problem here. So far so good. I'm not seeing any bends or cracks. Here we go. This is the important one. It's very stressed here. Oh, it's bouncing around. It's not happy. But it's passed. It's passed. What can I say? That... Oh, he just fell off. Holy shit. Look. Oh my god. Well, that was unexpected. The train got over and then all of a sudden this section just suddenly fell out. Have I got all the cross pieces in there? I think not. Oh no! No! That would have worked. I don't know how that happened. How deeply annoying. I don't know how that happened, to be honest, because I've only built them at the same time. There we go. I reckon it would have worked apart from that. That was funny the way the train came over, went, yep, that's cool. And then this piece suddenly went, actually, I didn't like that very much. And then the cars just went straight down the hole. Into the canyon below. Let's take a ride on this bus. Top view. Okay, here comes a train again. Let's see what happens. Creaking. Okay. Oh shit! Shit! Oh my god! How can that be? How could I have added more support to a bridge and then it fail more horribly? That's slightly baffling. Well, okay. It fails roughly here, so we're going to have to do something about it after all. Let's come up like this. And along there. Let's see, have I just put a cross? No, that's okay. Along there like that. And... just think. Bit more support down this end, and obviously how far do we want to go? Oh, it won't let me do that. Obstacle detected. Interesting. Okay. Well, we could get a bit more rigidity out of it by going across here as well. I don't know if that's necessary. Stick it in. Using crossbars, yeah. There we go. I can't build that, that's annoying because that's a useful piece. I don't look very strong, does it? Is that actually going to take that train? Used a lot of iron in this one. I don't think it's going to be very cheap. It's difficult to see how it could be made stronger than it already is. Could come over that way to here, but it's not going to take the load. A lot of the load is being taken by this. Here we go. Holy shit! This is amazing. I'm adding more stuff and the bridge is collapsing even earlier. Wow. So the bridge actually gave way here at this time. And I don't see an obvious way of making this even stronger right now. Can we build up from there, possibly? Yeah, we can build up from here. That's probably the obvious gag. And then, because that can take some weight from there. Oops. Let's get rid of them. And bring some steel into the equation here. That's going to give a lot more rigidity to that piece there. Could go for those dreaded cables. I don't know why you would do that, but look at that. It's just seriously. Just don't even bother. It's too long. Darn it. See, we can't do the same over here because we can't anchor it back anywhere. There's nothing to anchor it to, so you can't pull this way. I don't like the design very much. Although it does have a certain symmetry around this bit. It's almost asymmetric in nature. You've got the support down here and the support up there. I don't like what I'm doing here though, this gap. I don't like it. But I'm trying to be minimalist. I could slap iron all over the place, but I'm trying to be minimalist. Here we go. There's Mr. Train. You're probably going to fall through the second one this time. Oh, it bounced. It bounced! Now, a piece didn't randomly pop out this time. Which means it's a victory! I'm not loving the design of this bridge, but hell, it worked. We'll take it. $2.3 million out of a budget of 5.5. Yeah, that'll do. Well, unfortunately, that's all we've got time for in this episode. That was quite a long episode, and quite a fun one as well. We're looking good. We're up to 8 on all maps now, so in the next episode, I shall continue and try and get them on 9. Until then, take care, guys. See you soon.